Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing me, my name is Emeka, the Chief Priest. On this channel, I discuss spiritual tips and help people live a spiritual active life. Today, I want to talk about Ndi Mmiri, your water family. Someone was asking me, what do I know by Ndi Mmiri, or what do I mean by Ndi Mmiri? What do I mean by water family and all that? And I keep saying that your water family are one of the spiritual forces or the elemental beings that were assigned to you during birth. Now we have physical water, which is a representation of the water element, because you can't have a complete spiritual formation without water in it. We have the air, we have the water, we have the fire, we have the ether, then we have, that's the space, then we have the space, the air, the water, the land, and the fire or sun. So having all these elemental beings or the forces of nature, it makes everything that is inside nature to be working, be it plants, be it humans, be it anything. So why are we always talking about this topic is that most times most people are ignorant of how things work. So it makes them to be running helter-skelter and asking so many questions. And too many of these questions, to me, I would say they are logically minded. It's logic that makes you to probe. It is logic that makes a child to come back home and ask a parent, mommy, daddy, how was I born? Or what and what did you people do to bring me to this life? So that is the handwork of logic. Logic tried in trying to make people to probe and to ask questions where they're not supposed to ask questions. Because it's not all the questions you ask that you get the answers. There are things that are left unsaid. So today I want to talk about the water element. Regularly, as a chief priest, I usually go to the water to offer sacrifices. And when I talk about sacrifices, I didn't talk about doing anything that is out of the ordinary. The kind of things we offer in the water is just eatable items. Because remember, if you go to the water you are drinking is from the water. The fish that you're eating is from the water. All the other plant life cannot survive without the water. So in Thanksgiving, when we go to offer sacrifices, we're going there in Thanksgiving and saying, thank you for supporting life. Because without water, there is no life. 70% of what you have in your body is made up of water. 70% of what you have in your body is made up of water. That's why when somebody is sick in the hospital, they will ask the person to take a drip. That drip is still water. You cannot be taking powder in form of drip. It still has to be liquid. It still has to be water. So that is it. So always be in alignment with your spiritual forces, especially your water element, is very, very advisable for every spiritual seeker. Don't be those people that are always casting and binding. Why casting and binding? What are you doing? You are separating yourself from your spiritual family. The moment you are casting and binding, you are separating yourself from your spiritual family. You are like someone that is going to a war without weapons. I don't know how you're going to survive. I don't know how you're going to win at the end of the day. When you are separating yourself from a spiritual family, you are going there unprotected. And anything you are doing without protection, it is injurious. It is always at the higher risk. But those spiritual forces are there to assist you. So you can't go and say you are binding and casting something that has been existing before you were born, something that has been existing before even your great-grandparents were born. Because all the elements came before human. So you can't defeat what you didn't create. You can't kill what you didn't create. So your water element are people that once in a while you go to the river and offer sacrifices. The sacrifices you offer there are mostly eatable items. Hmm? If you are in an environment that you cannot do this yourself, you can contact us. Water, you always unite anywhere. All we need is just we tell you what to do. You chat me on WhatsApp. I can help you do your water appeasement. Anywhere you are in the world, as long as you have a name, I can be here and I call your name and it will meet you, it will get to you. Hmm? So when we are trying to align with your spiritual forces, it's because don't want you to walk alone. Last time I talked about the Agu spirit, I said every famous person or influential person, be it politician, be it athlete, be it a musician, be it a celebrity, all of them have Agu spirit that is working for them. Without Agu spirit, they are not going to be found. So your Agu spirit is one of those spiritual forces that helps to bring you out of the multitude. It singles you out of the multitude, out of crowd, and it makes you a leader. You cannot be in a leadership position without having a strong agu. You cannot lead thousands of people without having a strong agu. An agu spirit, like I said in my previous video, it is not limited or it is not peculiar to only Igbos. If you go to Hausa land, they have agu. If you go to Yoruba land, they have agu. If you go to Asia, they have agu. China have agu. Hmm? Indian have agu, Greece have agu, Israel have agu. There's no part of the world where there's agu is limited. Agu is everywhere. It is the creative, it's the spirit behind the creative ability of every human being.